Money is a tool that can absolutely change your life and create freedom for you if you know how to use it. So today, I'm going to share with you practical wisdom that will change your relationship with money. The first one is status symbols don't create wealth. See, growing up, I thought the people with the Ferrari or the Lamborghini were the people who were really wealthy. But then, as time went on and I understood how money worked, I realized that status symbols don't equate to wealth. It's funny. We look at a person with a $500,000 brokerage account that drives the $10,000 car and think that they look poor. But then you find the person with a $100,000 car and a $10,000 brokerage account and people think they're rich. See the problem here? This is the issue that we have to change in people's minds. And one of the great books about this is called The Millionaire Next Door. And it's a book about how real millionaires built their wealth. They didn't do it with an inheritance or with a flashy business. Instead, most of them built it over time. They became a millionaire when they're 55, and 79% of millionaires were self-made millionaires, meaning they didn't get an inheritance or win the lottery or anything of that nature. The next one is focus your time on increasing your income. Your income is the biggest catapult to building wealth. So if you can focus as much of your time as possible to increasing your income so that you can grow the gap between your income and your expenses, is going to truly benefit you over time. Now, as you increase your income, what you want to be doing is investing those extra dollars, because you have to invest your money so that your money can start to compound and grow and build you wealth. Speaking of income, the next thing is to diversify your income with various income streams. It's incredibly dangerous to just have one income stream. Just relying on one job is very risky. So making sure that you have multiple income streams so that if you lose your job, you at least have an emergency fund in place. And in addition, you have another income stream to start supplying your lifestyle when times get tough. The next one, your savings rate matters. Now, your income is the biggest catapult to building wealth, but your savings rate truly matters, because you have to keep the money and invest the money so that it can grow over time. So starting off, making sure that you save at least 20 to 25% of your income is incredibly important. You're going to hear a lot of gurus tell you save 10% of your income. Guess what? That's not enough. Because if you save 10% of your income, we have savings rate charts, and I'll link them down below so you can check them out, that show that it's going to take you 50 years before you can retire. So making sure you save 20 to 25% of your income starting off is incredibly important. Now, if this seems like a very difficult task to you to save 20 to 25% of your income, here's a way to do it. Set it up where you start off by saving 10% of your income. And then every month or every other month, increase that by 1%. What this does is it doesn't seem as difficult to increase it by 1%, and you get used to it over time. Then you increase it another 1%, and you get used to it over time. And all of a sudden, you've increased your savings rate to 20 to 25%. The next one is to make sure you have cash on hand for emergencies. So emergency funds are incredibly important, because it's not if emergencies are going to happen, it's when are emergencies going to happen, because life happens. Your car is going to break down. You're going to have problems with your house. The toilet's going to explode at some point. Well, hopefully not that. But life is going to bring you issues. And so you want to be prepared and have the money just there. See, there's power in having the money just there, because having the money there reduces your stress, reduces your anxiety, and allows you to make smarter decisions with your money. So how much should you have in your emergency fund? If you're just starting off, make sure that you at least have enough to cover your deductibles, your car insurance, your medical insurance, and or your home insurance deductibles. Whichever is the highest, is make sure you at least have enough there. Then build it up to 3 to 6 months expenses. Those are the two rules when building up your emergency fund, to make sure that you're covered so that anything that life throws at you, you can take advantage of. The next tip is to do your research on this, but index funds, in my opinion, are best for most investors. The reason why is index funds are passive investments. And what you're doing is when you buy an index fund, you're buying an entire stock market. So for example, you can buy an S&P 500 index fund or ETF, and you're buying 500 of the best companies in the US. You think of things like Apple, Microsoft, Tesla, Amazon, Google. All of these are in the S&P 500. And so what you're doing is you're buying great companies, and you're buying the majority of companies that hold the biggest weight in the market. And over time, index funds have returned over 10% to investors at the time I'm recording this. And if you want to be conservative, you can say 8%. Either or is fine, but just investing small amounts of money passively into index funds is going to make you a millionaire. The next one is to avoid high interest debt at all costs. So the way that you do this is any debt above 5%, you want to avoid at all costs. Now, this is not something like your mortgage if you have like a 3% mortgage or something like that, but any credit card debt or if student loan debt interest rates are really high. Making sure that you avoid that high interest debt is going to make sure that you build wealth over time because debt is a wealth killer. The next one is to know the order to put your money. So we have something called the Stairway to Wealth, which tells you the exact order to put your money. I'll link it below so that you can check it out. It's a free downloadable PDF and you can check that out, but it's the exact order to put your money because making sure that you put your money in the right order is incredibly important. And then lastly, you want to make sure that you're continuously learning. Read a personal finance book every single year, or start taking courses, or listen to podcasts like ours, the Personal Finance Podcast, so that you can learn as much as you possibly can about money and how money works, because that's something that you can keep with you for your entire life. Listen, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell as well. And if you have any questions, leave them down below. And if you like this video, here are 2 more videos that I know you're going to love. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.